coming out slowly with Jackson behind him, the running back. You have Solomon on a wide left. In motion comes Paul Hofer, and there goes Jackson rolling out to the 23-yard line. On him was Paul Krause and Matt Blair. With a 2nd and 2 from his own 24-yard line. In motion goes the tight end, Ken McAfee, and DeBerg is going to put it up, throwing to Hofer, who takes it out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down for San Francisco. So number 27, the 2-year man, John Turner. So it is 1st and 10 from the 27. In motion goes McAfee. Here's Paul Hofer out across the 30 to about the 34-yard line. McNeil hit him right at the line of scrimmage, but it wasn't enough to stop him. Coming back is the tight end, Paul Seal, and here goes Paul Hofer. He gets a block from Jackson, and he is a borderline as far as a first down is concerned. Jackson is the setback behind DeBerg. Big play. In motion goes Hofer. Here's Jackson. He's got the first down. George, this is a revolutionary first game.
I told you we were going to see a heck of a game today. We have so far.
Berg has Jackson in motion left, looking right and throwing down the left side, and it is complete. Schumann beating John Turner, and that's the man we figured is going to be exploited today, because Mike Schumann, a 2-year man out of Florida State, ran at him. 167 consecutive games, 255 for one team. The passes last year. In motion is Hofer. DeBerg looking towards Hofer, throwing in the middle to Seal, who makes the reception, and he caught it between John Turner and Matt Blair. A fine catch by the tight end Paul Seal out of Michigan.
Well, again, it's an intermediate pass, which is a good call on 3rd and 5. Notice that nobody rushed DeBerg. The Vikings have to put more pressure on the quarterback.
Hofer in motion left. And DeBerg with Jackson staying in the block and off the hand. He had a first down, but there's a flag on the play. 39-yard line.
Holding, number 68, offense, 3rd down.
John Ayers holding Dave Roller.
I like Roller. He's in the
left, Solomon right. And DeBerg going to put it up 3rd and 17, loops it over to Wilbur Jackson, and he's to the 30-yard line. And the man who hit him first is Tom Hannon. So Hannon, number 45, came up to nail him. Not Notre Dame. The ball will be spotted on the Vikings 38-yard line. A snap by Fred Swilligan. Low spot, and it is picked up by John Turner, and he's buried inside the 25. But there go the Vikings, blocking a field goal attempt.
Well, a low snap. The laces were facing the kicker. We like to turn the laces to the goalpost. Line drive kick.
To the right. And again, DeBerg is going to put it up and just release it to Wilbur Jackson, who's at the 40, and loses his helmet at the 43. Wow. Darrell Luce, along with Scott Studwell, really banged him up. And Wilbur Jackson, who missed all of last year, really got jolted.
Again, we talked about throwing to the backs, the short passing game, dumping it off. The linebackers have to stop this type of passing attack. However, your offensive backs take a physical beating, because sooner or later they start coming up and putting the wood to them.
Yard. Foreman and Young are the setbacks, with Rashad left and White right. Kramer looks right, but then turns and throws to Rashad, and a one-handed grab brings him down by Eddie Lewis. He took on that big Reuben Vaughn, who's 264. 2nd and 2 from the 28. In motion goes rookie Young. Kramer pitching back to Ted Brown, and Brown fumbles. Still loose. San Francisco recovered the ball. So San Francisco recovering rookie Ted Brown's fumble on his 2nd carry, 1st and 10. DeBerg to the 2nd man, and an end around to Solomon, back to DeBerg. It's a real flea flicker, and it goes for naught as Mark Mullaney brings DeBerg down at the 41-yard line. In motion, the tight end Paul Seal. DeBerg laying it out to Mike Hogan, and he's going to go to the 30, first down. Inside the 30-yard line, Mike Hogan carrying for 49ers on the end of that pass from DeBerg, who is now 9 out of 14.
Again.
And DeBerg looking over the middle, and he's got Lenville Elliott. Elliott on his feet at the 20, and is hit and knocked back, and it just depends where his forward motion, because it looked like he had first gotten the first down, and then he was drilled back. Back behind DeBerg. There's Elliott in motion. DeBerg rolling right, and Blair got him, but he held on to it. Blair almost knocked the ball loose. Came along. Watch.
Now, play action, partial rollout. Nobody open. Knocked the ball loose. Then he got it right back in his hands again. Went for his wrist, knocked the ball loose.
And here comes DeBerg setting up on a third down, and he's got James Owens inside the 20-yard line, and that's borderline as to whether it made the first down or not. 7. So it'll be a 27-yard field goal attempt for Ray Wershing. Down, the kick is up, the kick is good. So Ray Wershing, who was 7 for 7 last year inside the 30, is 1 for 1 this year. And with 3 minutes and 12 seconds to go to the half, 3-0 49ers. Natty a couple of years ago. Wave from Cleveland, picked up by the Vikes. He played 8 games for him last year. And Coleman hitting it over to the right side, and Freddie Solomon takes it on his own 41 to midfield to the Viking 45. Jim Huff hit him and knocked him down at the 45-yard line. So with 1 minute and 46 seconds to the half, the Viking 43-yard line. DeBerg with Solomon on a slot on the left side over the middle, and he has got Mike Hogan, and Hogan bear wrestled down to the ground at about the 37. So he needs about 2 yards for the first down. Into the half, 3-0 San Francisco. Here goes Linville Elliott. And Elliott bursting across for the first down. Paul Hofer, who started, had a bad hamstring going in, and he has re-injured it. So here comes Linville Elliott. He has Randy Cross in front of him, but he's caught from behind by McNeil and brought down by Turner and Roller.
49ers took time out. They've used 2 now.
Hogan of the running backs. Freddie Solomon right. 2 tight ends, Seal and McAfee, and Solomon is in motion. DeBerg looking right and dumping off to Hogan at the 20-yard line. Still down to the 15-yard line. Mark Mullaney, number 77, riding him down. Motion now to the left. And DeBerg play action fake to Elliott, and he's going to Solomon at the 15 to the 10, knocked out of bounds at the 8-yard line.
10 seconds.
Elliott and Hogan are the running backs. Play action fake to Elliott. Now they lay it off to Hogan, and he's going to go out of bounds inside the 5 to the 4-yard line with 4 seconds to the half.
Yeah, they got to kick a field goal now.
And Montana will spot it at the 12-yard line. So a 12-yard field goal attempt by Ray Wershing. The spot by Montana, the kick is good. And so with 2 seconds left to go to the half, San Francisco leading the somewhat dispirited Minnesota Viking Ball Club 6-0. Rookie out of UCLA. The kickoff will go to Linville Elliott at his 7-yard line, out to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, to the 30, to the 35, and brought down by Dan Meyer, who kicked off.
Linville Elliott has made 3 plays today. He's going to be a real addition to this ball club.
On the 40-yard line. So DeBerg in pretty good position, and Duck White is offsides, and there goes Mike Hogan. But James White, who is too big to duck, 6'3" and 260, was very much offside. And in motion goes McAfee. Solomon cutting across the middle, and the pass is to McAfee, and he's brought down by Paul Krause. Not quite enough for the first down. He has to get to the midfield stripe for the first down. They'll spot it at just inside the 48. Football at San Jose State. He really is a rookie. Here's Linville Elliott finding a hole. A good run as he got across the 45. Krause along with McNeil and Turner. Having Schumann is wide left. And in motion goes Solomon. And DeBerg looking towards Solomon, dumps to Hogan, and he's inside the 35, picked up the first down just shy of the 30-yard line. And Mike Hogan is playing a big role in this game after Wilbur Jackson was hurt early in the first quarter. 7 on the Viking 28. That would have been a big play. DeBerg with the back staying in, then releases to Elliott. He's trying to outrun Studwell, and Studwell makes a good tackle to bring him down. We just want to mention why this is so important. is a little bit out of his range right now from the 34-yard line. He got a lot of foot into it, however, and kicks it through. So they spotted the ball at the 34, and Wershing is 3 for 3 today, and the 49ers leading the Vikings 9-0. Young behind Tommy Kramer, and Kramer to Young, who gets out to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, to the 30, and they take him down at about the 34-yard line.
Well, here's a play from the I formation. Good play by 34 Young. And this is possible because the weak side linebacker pursued over and fouled him in, and he bounced outside. This woke everybody up. That's the big play they need to get going.
It is following the run by Young.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 30, late hit out of bounds. First down.
Tim Gray has a late hit out of bounds. Hard on that play. Tommy Kramer going to the left to Rashad, and he gets by Lewis. He not only beat Lewis, he faked him out for a touchdown. San Francisco 9, Vikings 7, and here you see Eddie Lewis on the other side of Archie Reese, and he is hurt to his toes. Seal on the right side. Hogan in motion. DeBerg to Hogan, and Turner is there, and Blair brings him down, and look at that emotion from the Vikings. Backfield, White in a slot right inside Rashad. And it's Ted Brown with Hamilton blocking for him. He blocks Gray, and Brown goes out of bounds with a flag on the play. Wes Hamilton going after Tim Gray to make the play work.
Was when he came up. Can go inside or outside.
Holding, number 38, offense, first down.
Kramer over the middle to Tucker. And Tucker is brought down by Harper. And Harper was brought down by his teammate Hilton, who hit him from behind. Cunningham is left. White and Rashad right. Kramer looking left, looking for Cunningham, and he's got him out of bounds at the 34-yard line, just shy of the 35. 3rd and 1 for Kramer and the Vikings. Tucker goes to the other side. Gray picks him up. Foreman going for the first down. He's got it. He's riding Lewis out of bounds. So Chuck Foreman runs for the first down. Sammy White to the right, Rashad left. Tucker's on the right side. Play action to Ricky Young. Kramer setting up. And all alone is Sammy White. Gray knocks him out of bounds, but it's a first down at the San Francisco 37. And again, we get back to the point we made at the start of the game.
Can't cover him.
Ted Brown is in there now with Ricky Young. 1st and 10 on the San Francisco 37. And here comes Ted Brown with Goodrum blocking for him. But the 49ers slipped Goodrum's block. At the bottom is Harper. Let's go 32. The Vikings are on a move. 9-7 49ers. Kramer going deep to Rashad. He's got it. Touchdown. I think they would have penalized Eddie Lewis anyway, but Rashad had the touchdown.
Well, it's a safety blitz. Very risky. When you go with that many men, you better get them. It's one-on-one. A fine receiver like Rashad is difficult to carry one-on-one.
Count is left and Solomon right. In motion is Seal, the tight end. Back staying into block, and DeBerg down the middle, and it's intercepted by Turner. Turner to the 45 to midfield. Hicks spun, and down he goes. It was James Owens who finally brought him down, but John Turner, the man they figured to pick on, comes up with the interception. 10 Vikings on the 49er 47-yard line. Robert Miller is the only setback, and he releases, and Tommy Kramer going deep to Sammy White. And Sammy White out of bounds all the way. And he's reminded by Charles Cornelius.
Well, Vinny, if you recall, we thought Kramer could go deep on him, and that's what he's doing now. He's loosening him up.
Rashad is left. Kramer to the second man, Ricky Young. And Young is across the 40. He's still on his feet at the 35. Kramer looking left and goes to Foreman. And he got away from Hilton before Bunz comes over to save him. Ricky Young playing a tight end position. Robert Miller all alone. And Kramer going to set up a screen to Tucker. And Tucker's to the 25, to the 20-yard line. And finally, Dan Bunz brings him down. First down on the San Francisco 20-yard line. A screen to Bob Tucker.
Tucker does that better than anybody in football.
East side. Both backs go out. So Kramer's going to go to Robert Miller. And Bunz brings him down inside the 10-yard line to the 8-yard line. And the Vikings are really on the move with 10:48 left. Brown is in there with Robert Miller. Kramer quickly leading Rashad. Touchdown. And that time he beat Melville Morgan. And Rashad has scored 3 touchdowns. This one over Melvin Morgan. San Francisco 21-9. We have 9 minutes and 13 seconds left to go in the ballgame. Hill is the tight end on the right side. In motion goes Linville Elliott. DeBerg's going to dump it off. And Francis carries out to about the 30-yard line. He's hit by McNeil. Haven't seen too much of Phil Francis, a 7th-round draft choice out of Stanford. 3rd and 1 from the 29. Straight ahead goes Francis. We'll see. From this angle, it appeared he made it. Yep, first down. So Phil Francis, he's... Francis and Elliott, the running backs, play action fake, heat from Duck White, and DeBerg got it away to Paul Seal, the tight end, and he picks up the first down. So even though Duck White was putting a lot of pressure on DeBerg, he found Paul Seal and to the right. It is 21-9 Vikings. Mullaney, I believe, was offsides. DeBerg throwing to Linville Elliott, and Elliott has himself the first down. And I believe it was Mark Mullaney, number 77, who had jumped the gun.
And the 49ers did the correct thing. They went through with the play. They didn't stop.
6.5 minutes to go, 21-9 Minnesota. Play action fake to Elliott, and DeBerg is going for broke. Deep to Solomon. Touchdown. He beat John Turner.
Beautiful.
Got a hand on it, but Wershing got enough of a foot on it. 21-16 in favor of the Vikes. 16. And Wershing kicking deep to Jimmy Edwards on the 1. To the 15. He got away from Farrell. Still on his feet. Fumble! San Francisco might have recovered. Yes, San Francisco recovered on the Viking 36-yard line.
I tell you, Benny, and
he trying to hook him by the jersey, but he got away from Sebring. And coming back, punching the ball out, looked like James Owens, number 20.
Came
and
over.
Owens punched. And on a draw, there goes Francis inside the 30-yard line. He had to get to the 26. Francis on a wing. Linville Elliott is the running back. Whoa, the Vikings were moving. Let's see. Over the middle to Elliott for a first down, but wait a minute. DeBerg, play action fake to Francis. Throwing it to Francis, who goes out of bounds. And Francis is out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Solomon left. DeBerg looking for Solomon. He's got him inside the 10. Solomon goes down at about the 8. Bryant and McNeil hit him. 7-yard line. Solomon is going to the right. Francis and Elliott, the running backs, and it's Elliott looking for a hole inside the 5, and the Vikes bring him down. They're all up there. So DeBerg's work is cut out for him. In motion goes Clark. Here comes Linville Elliott, and he's going to go in. Oh, what a run by Linville Elliott.
Linville Elliott.
The spot, the kick is blocked. 21, 3:47 left in the game. And Jimmy Edwards, whose fumble was a killer, will try it again to the 15, 20, 25, 30, to the 40, and down he goes at the 44. Charles Cornelius riding his back as Edwards tries to atone for his previous fumble. Kramer with his back releasing, looking over the middle. Now going to run with it. To midfield and goes out of bounds at the 49-yard line of San Francisco. Kramer with a slot right. White inside Cunningham. Chuck Foreman with Ricky Young blocking for him. Oh, what a collision. On the sideline, that's Jim Huff, who's a snapper. 3rd and 10 from the 44. Kramer got his man, Ahmad Rashad. And Rashad goes down just enough, I believe, for the first down. He beat Melvin Morgan.
Wall. He wants to run the clock down, get in good position for a field goal.
He's going to throw it, however, or maybe run it. No, he throws, and it is juggled by Sammy White. And Hardman finally took him down. Dan Bunz is shaken up on the play, and Bunz might feel that he should have broken up the play. End in motion. Foreman is in there with Young. And the back's release, and there's our sack. That's the first sack we have had. And the boys who were coming were Harper and Hilton, and they ate him up.
That's the point that I was making.
Foreman and Young are behind Kramer. Cunningham is wide right. White in a slot inside Rashad left. Kramer looking to the left. And he's got his man Rashad. And a fumble. Recovered by White. Sammy White recovered it in the end zone. Touchdown. You'll see this again. Ahmad Rashad makes the catch. As soon as he got away from Charles Cornelius, he's heading for the end zone. And now what? It looks like his 4th, but it's knocked right out of his hands by Tim Gray. And as it rolls in the end zone, Brister can't get it, and there is Sammy White to fall on it for the touchdown. Right, so they've got the burners in there, and DeBerg on a drop going to wind up and go deep down the left side for Schumann, and it is intercepted by Studwell. And the linebacker steps out of bounds, and that, for all intents and purposes, is the ball game. Scott Studwell, 3 years out of Illinois, took it away from Schumann, and the Vikings have won it with 2 seconds left.
Great win for the Vikings, for Bud Grant, for everybody in the organization.
And a heartbreaking
tough
defeat.
loss for the 49ers. They played well enough to win. They had this
Metropolitan Stadium in Bloomington, Minnesota. Coming up next, more tennis from Flushing Meadows. The U.S. Open starts into its final week. Today live, you'll see reigning champion Jimmy Connors take on Bruce Manson. That's coming up next, right here on CBS.